Hola a todos, gracias por acompañarnos aquí en Guanajuato, México. Vamos a hacer aquí tengo una lumbre bien bonita. Aquí en mi caso de cobre, tengo mantequitas de lo que le salió al puerco. Vamos a hacer mantequitas. Bueno, las voy a hacer yo, va. Emma, ayúdame a poner el caso las vamos a poner a la luz.
So in English, we're making mantequitas. Mantequitas are fried pieces of fat, and the whole point of making the mantequitas is to render down the lard or the manteca.
Siempre que ponemos mantequitas en el caso, hay que echarle poquita manteca para que no se pegue.
So he's going to put a
poquita, nada más, mire, nada más poquita, como 1 kilo.
So he's going to put a little bit of lard in there to get it started so that the fat cuttings that he has right here doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. But all of this is going to render into probably a few kilos of lard for us.
Y la cuchara que no falle, para menearle.
Oh yeah, the pot's hot.
Luego se calentó el caso. Pues hay que darle unas buenas maniaditas aquí para que no se nos pegue al principio. Ya cuando vaya aflojando la manteca, pues ya se van pegando menos.
Lard has really gone up here in price. It used to be 35 to 40 pesos a kilo, and right now it's going for 55 or 60 pesos a kilo. We also use lard in our home for cooking. We don't use any of the vegetable oils and stuff. We do use olive oil on occasion and grapeseed oil, but mostly manteca for frying. Can you hear that?
Si escuchan que ya está, ya se está hirviendo la mantequita con la poca mantequita que le eché.
Just keep feeding the fire, and then I'm going to pause the video, and then we'll come back when he's halfway through. He's just going to keep stirring, and the pieces will get smaller, and there'll be a lot more liquid lard in the pot.
Yo traje unas de allá, de aquel montón por el tambo, delgado.
Maya. You having fun over there, yeah? What did you pick up at, I was going to say at the store today, but on the side of the road? Ooh, nice. What's that for?
A windmill.
Uh-huh.
It spins and then to make us fun.
Uh-huh.
Spin really fast.
Oh.
Hola, ya estamos de regreso otra vez. Ya vamos como lo de 45 minutos y esta es la manteca que ha dado las mantequitas y ya se están poniendo poquito color ahorita. Con la lumbre a mediano y tengo que estarle aquí meneando para que no se me peguen, para que suelten más la manteca.
So in English, we've been cooking the mantequitas for about 45 minutes, rendering the lard, and it's still really fatty and soft. We're gonna go probably another 45 minutes before it gets nice and crispy. See? And then we'll have a lot more manteca or lard.
Y cuando recogimos el puerco del rastro, recogimos ya el puerco ya abrido y todo, recogimos 75 kilos de carne ya con huesos y todo, y lo vamos a vender mañana, carnitas.
So in English, Erasmo was just explaining that our pig was 100 kilos. Huh?
I didn't say it was like 100 kilos, I only say it was 75.
Go ahead, say. You're
Sí,
still recording.
disculpen, el puerco pesó 100 kilos y nos dio 75 kilos de
Sí.
carne con todo y huesos y espinazo y todo.
See, so our pig was 100 kilos, and then after we picked it up from the butcher, which separated the skin and kind of quartered it for us, and cleaned out the guts, we got about 75 kilos of meat, bone, skin, and all of that. So live weight, it was 100 kilos, dead weight, 75 kilos. And then after Pa sold some of the raw meat, he's going to use the rest of it to make carnitas. And then obviously the raw meat shrinks and is even less kilos to sell for carnitas.
Sí, y todo lo que pagamos por 100 kilos de carne, de puerco digo, el puerco pesó 100 kilos y pagamos 4,773 pesos a 43 pesos el kilo. Ahora ya tenemos otra media hora más y esto es como se va viendo ya. Ya está quedando bien color orito. Ya dio manteca. Si ven, si unas todavía no dan bien el orito, le vamos a dar un poquito más de tiempo.
And what Erasmo said, it's been another half an hour and it's rendered a lot more of the lard.
Yeah.
And I can see there's some water in it that's evaporating. And the mantequitas are all nice and crispy, but they're not quite done yet. They're still really soft. I don't want to touch it because it's really hot, but still has some more time.
Yeah. Esta de aquí todavía le falta.
Yeah, a lot more fat in there still. So we're getting there. So total time has been an hour and 15 minutes of cooking the mantequitas.
Tiempo ya todo corrido, ya es 1 hora y 15 minutos lo que llevamos ya aquí. Cocinando las mantequitas.
And he still keeps feeding the fire. These are called cracklings. This is really popular in the southern part of the United States. Cracklings. I'm from Minnesota and I've never heard of it. I think it's more of a southern thing. But here in Mexico is mantequitas or mantecas. Mantequitas. And then when they get done, people use them in guisados, which is like a salsa.
Salsa en salsa verde con chile poblano, cebollita, su ajito que le ponen.
Sí.
Y quedan pero bien deliciosas y nosotros los usamos en tacos dorados, nosotros, yo y mi esposa.
Yeah, I make one of our favorite guisados, comfort food. And I do tacos dorados with a little bit of queso. It's really good. But we're just going to keep rendering this down. We're going to have quite a bit of manteca or lard here. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. And if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe. We're new to Guanajuato, Mexico, and we are starting our homestead and learning a lot about what to do and what not to do, right, Pa? Sí. So join us for the ride. En español, Pa.
No se les olvide los deditos para arriba si les gustó este video. Saludo a todos nuestros suscriptores y los que no se han suscrito, suscríbanse a nuestro canal.
Sí. I'm going to give everybody a peek of our house if anybody hasn't seen it yet. Our truck is kind of in the way, but this is our home. Pa built it with a couple other construction workers all by hand, and this is some of our yard. And over there we have a pumpkin patch. And look at that beautiful view. Absolutely gorgeous here in Guanajuato. We're at over 6,000 feet above sea level. Alright, we'll check back in when they're done. We'll show you what it looks like.
Hola, ya regresamos aquí al final y ya se vio que las mantequitas ya no van a dar más manteca, entonces les voy a poner la sal para que tengan sabor.
They're really crispy, Pa. They look great. Cuidado, hija.
Están bien.
kids like to snack on them just like this too. They're really good. I'd say you put like a 1/4 cup of salt.
Yeah.
A good handful.
Good handful, yeah, like 10 grams. 100 grams for me. And then, ya ahorita las vamos a dejar a que agarren la sal. Y agarrando la sal, la sacamos. Sí, como otros 15 minutos más o menos. Más o menos.
So I also wanted to say, when rendering your own lard, you'll have a lot of these bubbles on top, and that's the water inside of the lard evaporating from the heat of the fire. So if you want your lard to stay longer and be shelf stable, you can't have any more of these bubbles. We can stop cooking it right now and we will still have lard, but we'll have some water in it. So if we did stop right now, it would just need to be refrigerated. So I put another piece of wood and some cardboard in there to really get that fire going, to get all of that water evaporated.
Ya cuando ya casi están, ya que le echamos la sal, le tenemos que seguir meneando, porque si no ya luego se empiezan a quemar y empiezan a oler a quemado. Entonces para eso necesitamos estarle meneando para que no se peguen en la manteca y no huelan a quemado. So we need to keep starting it because the mantequitas can get stuck on the pot with the manteca and they can smell like burnt.
Oh.
So we need to keep it starting up after we put the salt. Now we need to keep it starting it.
Wow, look at how beautiful golden those are. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's
Sí,
delicious.
se ven deliciosas, ¿eh?
See, I thought we could bag up some for the neighbor too.
Sí.
She brought us a jello yesterday, a fruit jello anybody saw on our live. So we're gonna send over some mantequitas. All right, so we took our pot off of the fire, put it on the ground over here, and then we just fished out all of the mantequitas and we put them into this pot and they're all done. Look at that. You get some little pieces and then you get all of your big pieces. Don't worry if you get a little bit of salt at the bottom of your pot. There's some extra salt you can see that I fished out of it. That's perfectly fine. But I got most of it. Pour it in there? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. Want to try them, Pa?
Sí, vamos a probarlas. Como ella ya explicó que sacamos las mantequitas de allá como pescaditos para acá y nomás con el sartecito las acarreamos para acá y las pusimos acá. Y aquí como ven, mira, aquí están las mantequitas, mira cómo quedaron de bien chulas. Mira. Hay unos pedacitos chiquitos que salieron con sal de abajo, pero es la sal que quedó.
Let's taste it.
Las vamos a probar, a ver, mira, esta.
A little bit of meat on that one. Yummy. It has meal once a piece. Mantequita.
Muy buenas, ¿eh? El amigo se va a echar una a ver si no está tan caliente.
No, it's not. Oh, okay. That's how we make our mantequitas here in Guanajuato, Mexico.
No, agárralo con la mano, mira. Una mordidita, ahora.
He just wants you to feed him.
Una mordidita.
Ah, Nami.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Our Life in Guanajuato, Mexico channel. We really appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Adios.
Adios.